Hey there, welcome to another TMK broadcast. This is your host, Brian, aka the Buckethead, and I am joining you live on Tabletop Simulator with a co-host, a new co-host, Daniel. How you doing, Daniel?
How's it going? I'm doing well.
Good. So, did you watch our last stream?
Which game was that?
The
top
Separatists
four?
versus the top four?
I jumped in for a bit, but I didn't watch the whole game.
Oh man, you missed a good showing by the Republic.
I think from when I jumped in, it looked like it was pretty one-sided. So
yes,
good job to Taylor over here.
Now Timo, I know he was watching, so he's got some intel on his opponent here. He has to see how he uses that, right?
Mm-hmm. It's always helpful, and I think this is a rematch as well from the Swiss.
Yes.
They played in the 4th round.
So they both have intel on each other. I think Timo though's undefeated.
Yeah, he is. He's a very good player, and I've seen him around a lot. So we'll see what they can put up.
All right. Did you want to go over the list at all?
Sure. I'm fairly familiar with most first order stuff, and I played against Timo. I played him in the top 4, so I'll run down his list.
I'm nothing about first order, so please do first order.
Okay, so Timo has just kind of a collection of good high-value pieces. He has this 25-point Epsilon Squadron Cadet, which can be a really annoying blocker and is surprisingly hard to kill. So he's thrown that in as a bit of filler to fill with the rest of his squad. And then he also has Scorch, which is a really cheap 3-dice gun and has some pretty high initiative, so he can put up a good fight against these initiative 3 ships. Then he also has Kylo Ren with advanced optics, which is just an amazing ace. He can win a lot of endgame fights and pull you back a lot of points. And advanced optics gives you a lot of flexibility because you can take a focus instead of a target lock to combo with his force, and that lets you shoot whoever you want in the combat phase rather than committing to a target before. So that's nice. And then he has Major Vonreg, who's in Initiative 6, who has good maneuverability and can hit pretty hard with his ship ability to take a focus and a target lock, and then really punch something. And then he has Daredevil, which gives him some great maneuvering options.
Great. And we just joining us now is Trevor the Quack Shot. Hey there, Trevor.
You guys aren't live, by the way.
What? It says I'm live on my broadcast software.
Let me try here. You can go ahead. I'm looking at it.
All right. So we're going to go over the Republic squad unless you want to do that, Trevor.
Now it shows live. It just popped up. No, it's fine. You can go ahead. I was just making sure you guys were live.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate that. All right. So the Republic squadron has, yes, it is very important, has a broadside, which changes a blank result to a focus, which is just phenomenal, but only on your flanking arcs. So, of course, he's going to set up his ion cannon that he's equipped to that side. And I think when you place down broadside, you're going to broadcast, especially when he starts off with his turret to one direction, he's going to broadcast to which side he wants the combat to engage on. As we see, he's placing him to the top of the board with his arc pointing to the right. So he's going to swing around over the top down into the fight. Now Timo can use this information if he wants. Then he's got 4 Jedi Knights.
He kind of knows where he's going.
Yeah. He's got 4 Jedi Knights here, all with calibrated laser targeting. So he's going to try and line up those bullseyes as much as possible and use that force to his advantage. That's pretty much straightforward list for the Republic, though, right?
Mm-hmm. The Jedi are great pieces. They can use their double reposition with their fine-tuned controls ship ability, or they can reposition and get a focus token, which makes them kind of hard to pin down.
Yeah. But, I mean, with his Jedi's moving first, I think the only one that is not moving first is going to be that Epsilon Squadron Cadet. So I'm going to bet that's going to be the first ship that dies.
Mm-hmm. Because he can react to where the cadet goes, assuming he doesn't run into him, which is probably what Timo's thinking. If he can use that cadet as a blocker and get in the way, that'll protect it a little bit.
Right.
looks like Timo set up his aces over here on the flank, so he might try to go after broadside first.
And this is a 2-hour final. Hopefully we won't have to, I mean, how much as I like watching X-Wing, I don't want to stay here for 2 hours. This is my 3rd game today.
We'll see. Should give Kylo plenty of time if he ends up in an endgame to clean up.
Yeah. But I don't think
take too long.
I don't think that's what Taylor wants.
Definitely not. That's probably what he's trying to avoid most of all, because he can deal with these ties, but Kylo is really good at getting around the Jedi.
And Vonreg's going to be good at that too.
Vonreg can be kind of tricky because if you put him into a bad spot, he isn't as good as taking hits as Kylo. But if you can get him to survive until the end game, you're absolutely right.
Because he has a choice.
A menace.
Yeah, he has a choice to take a strain or a deplete, right? So if you do your reposition, you're like, I'm still in arc, I'll take the deplete. I'm not gonna put out the firepower. I'll stay tanky,
But the hard thing is when you do that, like you said, you are not exactly putting on as much of a punch, which is kind of difficult with these Jedi because they have their force. It's hard to punch through anyway.
Right.
And so,
but his previous matches, in his previous matches, I've seen him do that a lot, where he'll just take the deplete, because just to tank out, because he can still outmaneuver them in later rounds. I think he has a better maneuvering ability with what's Major Vonreg there? I can't think of his name.
And Daredevil is really powerful too because he's super good in close quarter situations where he can just turn on a dime.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. That's very helpful.
One tight, twice in a row. It's like a lazy K turn. Oh, are we moving already? Oh no, we're not. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, guys.
Maybe.
No, they didn't start the clock yet.
I jumped the gun. I
think he accidentally hit the maneuver button. I've done that myself a couple times. I'll go to hit set again to unlock it, and then I hit the move button by accident.
But the cadet would move first, so we know that was a mistake.
So who's your money on? If we were to put money on this.
I would say that Timo has a good shot at winning this. It's going to be, the burden's definitely going to be on Taylor to try and pin down those aces. And from what we saw in the Swiss game is, I think he wasn't able to do that, and they just cleaned up all the Jedi. So he's got to make sure he does that. And so I would say that Timo's a good enough player. He knows that he will prevent that from happening, and then it's not as close of a game anymore. So we'll see, but I would say Timo has an edge.
Well, then, just to spite you, I will go for Taylor. Let's make it interesting.
Okay, do you have any?
I think I'll go for Taylor because of the 4 Jedi, and he outnumbers his opponent 5-4. And I think if he can line up those calibrated shots, those bullseyes, he's gonna punch a lot of damage through early.
And you're right. He has a ship advantage, and his ships are also like more well suited to actually taking on these aces because they're so maneuverable.
Yep, and their agility and the force.
They're definitely good pieces, and he has a lot of them. So we'll see how he uses them.
All right, he's like, I'm gonna charge him up with the force. Puts a token on there.
Don't
forget that force token.
Looks like he tries to fit a barrel roll, but it goes off the board edge. He's just trying to move up the board.
He really wants to get that cadet right away.
I'm sure he figures that it's an easy kill, and if he can jump on that, it'll give him a bit more of an advantage.
Yep. I don't like where he put broadside.
He's a little far off from the Jedi, and the way he's moving the Jedi right now, they're not filing in behind where the aces might go up and try to attack broadside.
This leaves broadside open to an attack from Vonreg and Kylo.
And Kylo's super fast, so
he can get there.
it's hard to avoid that.
2 turns, we'll be seeing shots onto broadside.
So that's when you're thinking, if you want to go after the cadet, you have to like understand that you're letting these aces go free for a little bit, and you have to ask yourself if it's worth it or not.
But I would have started with broadside closer to the pack then, right? Instead of leaving them out to dry like that, out to hang.
Or if you had started him facing straight rather than like 90 degrees to his left, then it gives you more options to turn both ways, because he didn't know where the aces were going to be placed, but he didn't really have any options to react now. Because
with that maneuver, instead of a K turn, you could have done a too tight. I would have liked it better, because at least would have been pointing guns at Kylo and Von Rig, saying, okay, if you come, I'm going to shoot you back.
And he has that turret, so he has the arc coverage.
But now it's facing the wrong way.
But it looks like, it looks like Teemo's not interested, though, in chasing after broadside.
Interesting. He knows each Jedi can be a real threat, so he's going to take him out first, I guess. It's because they're high agility and their tankiness, whereas broadside can be shot down pretty quick if you focus fire, I suppose.
And I think that was I played Taylor before in this tournament. And that was one of my main mistakes, is that while broadside is like easier to kill and pin down, that means that even if you can kill him fast, you've left all the harder targets till the end, and if you just run out of steam, you can't punch through those Jedi. But if you try to take the Jedi out first, like Teemo's doing, then it might be easier to kill broadside in the end than a Jedi.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to try and see here with Taylor, he's going to try and get like a 4-on-1 fight against the cadet before the aces arrive.
But unfortunately, that would have to happen next turn, and it looks like if Teemo wants to, he can engage with Kylo and Von Rig the next turn anyway.
You think they can get there?
Kylo can do some fast straight if he does a 5 straight.
Oh, he's got a 5 straight? Yeah, and then followed by a boost, huh? That's like a 7 speed. Whew, that is fast.
Yeah, it's really fast. Or he could try to 3 bank around this gas cloud to his right.
And then boost bank in.
Right.
Yep.
That way you get a bit more of a flank. But I would be careful about being too aggressive with Von Rig, because the Jedi could all jump on him the following turn, and he would not like that.
You can see them thinking with their little hands moving around. That's what I like about tabletop TO. You know when the players are trying to guess moves, because you can see their hands going around?
Yeah, or if they're like mousing over a certain ship.
Yeah.
You know, they're thinking about that ship specifically.
So when I play, I try to keep my mouse onto my side of the board and be like, I'm just going to sit here and look with my eyes.
Or I suppose you could use it to try and bluff them.
Oh, totally. Like, I'm going to go away.
I mean, you could do that. You can do that in real life too. Just look at your opponent's ship. Just stare at it.
Yeah.
Think about what you're.
I in real life, I do watch my opponent's face and see where he's looking. I really do.
The best move is if your opponent sets a dial, you pick up one of your dials and then you pretend like you're changing it, and then just put it back down. Because
you're too funny.
Because you could fake them out. Like, totally. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Even if you don't even have to change anything.
Just pick it up and pretend you are. Oh man, that's funny. Although one thing I do in real life is I do take my dial during every playing phase. I just spin it around randomly and then pick my maneuver, just so they know even if I'm doing the same maneuver, I don't want them knowing I'm doing the same maneuver. So
that's a pretty good strategy.
Yeah.
I don't usually pay that much attention to what my opponents are doing. Like, if they put it back down and they didn't change it at all, I probably wouldn't notice. But you're right that they could gain an advantage from that. So
yeah, now you're gonna pay attention.
Yeah.
You're like, oh snap, that's right.
I mean, if you can gain an advantage anywhere, it's helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some maneuvers. Looks like the cadet's moving up, maybe trying to block some of these Jedi.
He
Looks
might
like
get
he's
it.
a little far out, though.
Alright. Clearing the stress.
Broadside is very out of the fight.
Do you think he wants him for the end game to ionize his opponent?
I mean, the problem with that is Kylo can pretty easily arc dodge him, even though he has the turret. It's only that arc that Kylo's worried about, because if it's just his primary forward
yeah.
down, yeah.
Oh no, Cadet, you're in 2 bullseyes. I think you're in 2 bullseyes.
It's hard to tell. The front Jedi might be out, the yellow one.
Yeah.
But the blue Jedi definitely has bullseye.
Oh, so does red. Probably purple too.
The thing I'm concerned about here for Taylor is that even if he totally decimates this cadet in 1 turn, I don't know if that really helps his win condition that much, because that's not the main target he needs to be focusing on.
Well, he can use his Jez as blockers after that, and not worried about getting blocked, right?
Right. But I think the Jedi could go fast enough anyway. They could avoid this cadet.
Okay.
And so what I'm thinking is that if Teemo can punish these Jedi for focusing on the cadet and not on Kylo and Vonreg, if they can get some free turns of just going ham, then it might give an advantage to Teemo. But you're right, if he can't, and then Taylor ends up taking this cadet for free, then that's a pretty good trade.
Alright, let's see how aggressive Kylo is.
He could try to boost forward. It might.
You'd have to boost
rock.
bank. Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna clip the rock. I liked your call of the 3 bank followed by the boost for the flank.
I think if you can get behind the Jedi, they become a lot less scary. And if Taylor wants to come in and try to catch Kylo, he has to commit with like 1 hard turns on all of his Jedi next turn, which you can
not unreasonable.
Yeah. But I mean, Kylo's in a bad position here. He can get out if he wants to by doing like a 5 forward.
Yeah. Alright, so we got range 3 at the Jedi Knight, number 3.
So Teemo has lots of mods for his dice with Major Vonreg. He has a target lock and a focus.
Ooh, nice roll, blank hit.
Re-rolls it into a blank. That's not what he wanted, so we'll see what happens.
Ooh, he has a focus.
I think he'll probably just spend the force.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's all he needs. He's done. The dice tray over here. Boop, boop, boop. We now have a dice tray cam. We don't have to flip back and forth.
Nice. Oh, is that the picture-in-picture?
Yeah.
Cool. Yep, so then Teemo rolls, blank focus, and uses 1 force to change the eyeball, and advanced optics to change one of the blanks to a hit.
Nice.
But Taylor's able to evade it with this focus token. Oh, and then this is really not what Teemo wanted here. He doesn't have a shot on the red Jedi with Scorch, the one that he took a target lock on.
Oh no, yep.
But he's still taking the stress to gain an extra die. But he only ends up with 1 hit.
Oh, this is pretty easily dodgeable for a Jedi. There it goes.
And that's the hard thing, is with range 3 shots or obstructed shots, when they have 4 dice, unless they roll really badly, it's hard to do any damage to them.
They have a force and a focus. It's a good thing they didn't make the evades white and purple instead, because that
would be really gross. And I mean, we've seen that with the Inquisitors in the past, the generics. They're now an extended, but they were still quite a force when they can get those defensive tokens.
Alright, so he does have bullseye. He brings it in for 3 hits.
Using his calibrated laser targeting, yep.
Oh, the dice are also helping out Teemo. There you go.
Rolls lots of paint, spends his focus to take no damage.
Alright, these follow-up shots are working. It's going to hurt though. In bullseye again. He doesn't have any tokens, so just one crit. Oh no!
He doesn't get the evade though, so he takes one shield. Which is unfortunate, but it's still okay.
Another bullseye shot. We just gotta see if yellow's one, right? Alright, he's gonna bring in the CLT, or CLT for 3 again.
3, see what Teemo can do.
Oh no!
Only 1 evade, okay, so he takes 2 damage. So he's not quite dead.
This is exactly what we were talking about though, because he's gonna trade off a TIE fighter for nothing. Or is that everybody?
Yeah. Presumably.
Oh good, he got lucky. I guess I was alive.
The cadet's still alive though, so he can shoot at a Jedi. Unfortunately, because he doesn't have his focus token anymore, it'll be hard for him to actually do any damage.
Well, I think he's gonna shoot at red because red has the least amount of mods, right? There it is.
Because you can get the extra die for range 1 on one of those other Jedi, but they have force, so.
Oh, 2 hits.
Doesn't even need his focus token on offense.
All right, it's like red's taking 1.
So he puts 1 shield through on one of the Jedi. Jedi number 1. Which is, still a trade. He didn't get nothing, Teemo, but it's still not great because the cadet's almost dead. But then also from Taylor's point of view, if Broadside had also been able to shoot, if he was over here with
if he was in there, yeah, I'm telling you,
maybe finished him off already.
It's that turn 0. It's so important. All right, Kylo's gonna get some revenge here, though.
Yeah, so Kylo can't turn right, unfortunately. He doesn't have that option. But if he ends up going straight, he might take some heat from these Jedi Knights. So he's not, in my opinion, he's not really in a good position to continue fighting.
Well,
I think actually,
yeah,
it's close, but he might be able to block Kylo onto the rock if Kylo does a straight maneuver.
And that's his only shot, really, because he didn't kill the cadet this round. The cadet's going to be in there mucking up his maneuvers, so we can't do the 1 tights now.
He has to go a little faster.
What, 3 sloops to the bottom of the board?
With the Jedi?
This area? Yeah.
Jedi only have 2 speed sloops, I think.
Oh.
That still fits?
Yeah. Now, we'll get them turned around and get their arcs pointed the right direction. And
they could also do a K turn.
Yeah,
to
and
try to aim that bullseye.
Oh, yeah, the 5K?
5 or 4, whatever.
Then you'll be shooting at the cadet again.
Yeah, but yeah, that's right, because then Major Von Rig can get behind pretty easily.
Yeah. A 2 sloop will be putting your arc up the board, but Von Rig can still get behind you.
Okay, this is actually what I was about to say. I was gonna say Teemo might turn right with this cadet here, because if he can see that block coming, if he was trying to block Kylo, then he can use
block the block.
to block the block.
Evade. You need it.
Yeah, so he'll take an evade here because he's probably not gonna shoot, and it's slightly better on defense.
Oh man, poor Broadside.
See, if I were Taylor, I'd probably turn my arc here to the left side, because if he is curving around this gas and goes straight, it's not like he's gonna turn back in 180 degrees and go the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just like you were saying, some fast moves from these Jedi, trying to get up in Teemo's face. Yep, and then he got the block on the block. He also blocked that 3 bank. Wow, that was a really good move from Teimo's cadet.
I bet you Taylor's really wishing Teimo could be in this fight right now.
Mm-hmm.
See, he did a 1 straight. Like, why didn't he do like a 3 bank? Isn't that white for the Republic Y-wing?
Wait, he did a 1 straight?
Yeah.
He did a 2 straight.
Or
I don't
2
know
straight.
why he didn't go faster.
Yeah. Or even
So
turn
it's at
in.
least a white 3 straight. Okay, so Scorch fits in, and he can take a nice range 1 shot on the Jedi. Get his ability up to do 4 dice.
Is he gonna move the lock, or he already took a focus, huh? Okay.
Scorch, yeah, Scorch, you just take a focus. I think that focuses on the Jedi Knight.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. Because he doesn't want to waste the lock he had from before.
Yeah. Ooh. If only he had made the block.
Yeah, but Kylo's also in a pretty rough spot. He can't reposition at all. And he has multiple range 1 shots on him.
Yeah. Oh
boy,
that wasn't good. I think that's going to be Taylor's shot because look, he's got like 3 arcs and possibly 1 bullseye and possibly 2. So
yeah, the red Jedi Knight has bullseye on Major Vonreg.
Going after blue.
So he can just punch him and get him out of the game this turn.
Face
That'd be
punch.
huge for Taylor here. Okay, so nothing came out of that. Just Major Vonreg's unmodified shot. So.
Doubling down. Blue's got to go.
I'm surprised he didn't shoot with shoot onto Jedi Knight number 1 because he already had a shield damage.
Yeah.
But he might also be thinking that he could kill number 3.
Focus fire, right?
His follow up.
Oh. 2 damage. Oh, that was on.
I think that was the wrong.
On number 3. Oh, he's drawing a line. It says, look over here. Number 3. Yep, there it is. Okay.
Yep. So number 3 is on half points, which puts Teimo in the ahead of the points race
first
now.
Points.
But actually, he got Taylor got half points on the cadet last turn.
Oh, that's right.
For what it's worth.
3 hits.
So he needs 2 paint to survive. He's
got 1 evade.
Spend 1 force and take 1.
Do it.
He's on 1 health. Now it's Taylor's turn to get some revenge. Yeah, I think he's definitely gonna try to take Major Vonreg off the board this turn.
1 crit.
What happened? He doesn't have any defensive mods.
Oh, that crit gets in. That's a shield, right?
1 shield, yep. Thankfully he has shields. That would be disastrous if he was like a Soontir Fel right now.
Alright, Vonreg is in bullseye. Oh, you don't have a focus though. Oh, only 4. Do you spin the? You got no other shots coming at you. You spin the force.
Yeah.
There you go.
You might as well see if you can get half points on Major Vonreg.
And he evades.
Got an evade, so.
Alright, we're gonna finish off the cadet.
Yeah, Taylor is at the point where he knows he can't take out Major Vonreg this turn, so he might as well finish.
Although with that natural roll, he's kind of like regretting my decision right now.
well, he didn't have bullseye on Major Von Reg.
Yeah. You had to go with what is
2 dice instead of 4.
That's true.
But the cadet is gone for good now. So he doesn't, like you said, he doesn't have to worry about being blocked once he takes him out.
Does he have any more shots left, or is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're cleaning up.
I
Okay.
think he's all done.
Because yellow bumped.
His shots. Yeah, and I think he checked yellow before he didn't have a shot on Kylo.
Yeah.
And I think this is the turn where you see Segnor's loops out of a lot of the Jedi. Just to try to spread out all your bullseyes and try to catch like Major Von Reg or somebody in your net.
And he's got to spread out his arcs really wide here too, because those guys could go anywhere.
Yeah, and maybe with some of his back Jedi, the pink one or the red one, he could try to end up blocking Major Von Reg. Kind of a higher risk.
Yeah, that'd be too hard to do because Von Reg can go fast too. He can just overshoot him.
His dial's totally open right now. And so if you're Teemo, I think Scorch has to hard turn one direction because he's stressed. He has the nice 2 hard on the blue 2 hard on the TIFO. But I doubt that he's going to get a shot this turn. Except maybe on broadside, like a range 3 shot if he tries to turn right. But I don't think he's going to end up doing that.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
I think he's going to try to keep broadside as irrelevant as possible.
So I don't like my odds with broadside in the end game against an ace.
You do or you don't?
I don't.
Yeah, I agree. He's only initiative 3, right? So he can get arc dodge pretty easily.
His whole squad's initiative for you, which I do love the synergy of the initiative, by the way.
It's super nice when you have like a lot of ships to be able to move them in any order. Which is why we see, like, for instance, the droid swarm all at initiative 1, or these Jedis have been pretty popular. We also have to, from Taylor's point of view, consider Major Von Reg's ability, because during the system phase, he can pick a ship in his bullseye and give that ship a strain or deplete, which doesn't usually matter, especially if you're doing a blue maneuver, you'll clear it anyway.
Oh wait, that's Von Reg's ability? Oh yeah, okay.
Yes, which usually doesn't do very much. Yeah, Teemo's activating it right now. But if he decides to do a red maneuver, he won't clear it, so...
And this is the end phase or planning phase? Or system phase he does this?
Systems phase.
Oh, so your dials are already set.
Yeah, after dials.
Alright, now we have broadside coming into the fight.
Yep, he's just swinging
He's carrying seismics, right?
Asteroid.
Yeah.
He is carrying seismic charges.
Maybe that's why he kind of delayed him.
If you end up behind him, then
yeah,
you can use those.
Because now Teemo's squad may be coming into the rocks or coming closer now, and that when the seismic will become active. Maybe that was Taylor's hidden strategy all along.
I mean, seismic charges are pretty good, especially against droid swarms too.
Yeah.
So this looks like an attempt to block maybe Scorch.
Oh, Pink's mover?
Yeah, with Pink's maneuver. Because if Scorch hard turns right, he's gonna take some pain.
Oh, he's saying nope. He's out.
He's out of there. And here, yeah, you probably just take a token because you already have a target lock. You can't barrel roll. Oh wow.
Ooh.
Teemo
I think that puts him in range 3 of yellow, but in bullseye.
And then Von Reg is just getting out unfortunately for him, that pink Jedi has a great shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he can get out of his arc.
Take a deplete.
Yeah, it looks like he's taking a deplete. He might barrel roll to try to get out of the bullseye and range 1.
Yep. I think a boost might have still kept him inside bullseye.
Mm-hmm. And that gives him a nice 1 hard turn and next turn.
Yeah. Going
so he's
after
gonna
blue.
try to finish off Jedi Knight 3 with Kylo Ren.
2 hits.
Jedi Knight 3 is actually strained from Von Reg's ability.
Oh, man. 1 dodge. I think that's blue dead.
Yep, so blue's off the table, which is a nice swing in Teemo's favor so far.
Teemo's connecting the dots for him. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
This
so
one.
It's this one. Yeah, so I think here, because you already have a damage into Major Von Reg,
and
Taylor's going to target him and see if he can
hit
shove
crit.
off that focus token, and rolls hit crit. That's good roll to start off with.
1
Teemo's
dodge.
going to have to spend his evade token if he wants to stay above half points.
Also, I thought for sure he'd have Kylo in range free at that back shot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he'd want to shoot. Oh wow, another good roll from Taylor. I don't know if you want to shoot Kylo, but if he can burn through his force tokens.
Yeah. Ooh, decisions. Kylo's got force. I would go for Von Reg at range 2.
Yeah, I think it's much easier to hit Von Reg, even though Kylo's range.
Oh, except when you do that. Dang.
And he had a focus too. That feels bad.
Broadside, where are you?
So that round was great for Teemo.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he took any extra damage, and he was able to put 1 hit to finish off that Jedi number 3, the blue one. Now what is Teemo doing?
He's saying it's probably range 3 out. Basically, he wants him to check arc for broadside. There you go.
Oh, okay.
He's like, check your arc just in case it's probably here, but check it anyways. So, because he doesn't want his opponent to miss out on a shot. You know, he wants to beat his opponent, not his opponent's accidents, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and then now Broadside is finally gonna enter the fight a little bit. I don't know if he can get that ion cannon on target though.
He'll get his primaries with a 3 bank if he doesn't put the rock. That's gonna be hard. You gotta do a 3 straight.
Yeah, I think a 3 straight, and that's why I think I was suggesting earlier why you'd want to rotate Broadside's arc to his ship left, because you aren't gonna like turn to where Broadside's left is now.
Yeah.
Because there's all those rocks in the way.
Yeah.
So you want to get his turret on, it's going to be out his left side.
Should have done that, like that last round.
Because the thing about Broadside is
yeah.
you kind of have to plan in advance.
You have to have a focus.
Token.
So if he moves in the range this round, he won't have a focus if he rotates. So it's now it's a hard decision. Before it could have been so much easier. You rotate last turn, focus this round, you know exactly where you're going.
And I would say you might want to, because you might just want to accept that you're not shooting with your turret this round, and then try to figure out where you want to go next turn, and make sure your arc is in the right spot.
Would he fit a tight 2?
Going
North on the
I
board?
think if he does a wait, Von Reg?
No, Broadside.
Oh, Broadside. If he does a 3 straight this turn.
What about tight 2 this turn?
Oh no, that hits the rock.
Okay.
100%, I think. You can try a 1 bank, but that puts him right in front of the rock and kind of out of range.
I was hoping like if you could fit a 2 tight. Oh, there it is. It's 2 straight this time. But if you fit the 2 tight, you wouldn't have to worry about your turret rotating, and then Kylo and everybody else would be flying towards your ship. So.
And if they try to turn to like Kylo's left,
Oh
for instance,
no! Oh no!
You can seismic them. That looks like a Jedi off the table.
It is totally off the table. Oh no!
That is really unfortunate for Taylor. And that was a full health Jedi, I think.
Yep. Ouch.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do a lot of work with these 2 remaining Jedi.
Now, like mentally, how do you deal with that? Because you don't want to get like, get down or you get upset about that. You gotta keep your cool. So and unfortunately in virtual, you can't see how the other player's feeling right now, and we can't hear them. But I can only imagine how like just upset that would be right now. And
yeah, as a competitive player, you have to learn to be able to calm down. Just like take a deep breath and figure out what your best chance to take the victory still is. Let's see, what's the score now after he...
Oh, that's right, I gotta update that. What number was that?
Runs off the table.
We
Number
have...
2.
Okay.
And then everything on Teemo's side is still the same.
Alright, score should be updated.
So it's like 80 points or so. The Teemo 25 to Taylor.
25 to 78.
He needs points fast, and he needs to get some of Teemo's ships off the table, so he doesn't take so much incoming damage.
Yeah, we're still above normal game time right now, so.
And because it's the 2-hour final, they have plenty of time.
Yeah, slow down, think about your maneuvers. Like you said, take that deep breath, right? I would have never have guessed that 5K coming from that Jedi. It would have been awesome if he made it. Oh, he scores the block.
And I think he did a 4. Yeah, he did a 4K with the Jedi too, because the Jedi has both a 4 and a 5.
Yeah.
That would have been unfortunate if he had chosen the longer one and it went off.
He did a 4?
Yeah, he did a 4K.
Okay.
And then with Major Vonreg here, if you want to be aggressive, you could take a target lock on number 4 and then do a Daredevil boost. Right?
My goodness.
But that's pretty risky because you're taking some incoming shots and you don't have a defensive token.
He's
so Teemo just wanting to get out. And the unfortunate thing about Major Vonreg is he doesn't have a way to boost and get a focus.
Oh.
So he's tokenless right now.
That's pretty good though, because boosting focus is pretty powerful. So, all right, we got 2 hits and a crit.
He rolled straight naturals on his attack dice with Major Vonreg. He rolled like hit, crit. So Broadside is taking all of his shields. As soon as he gets into the fight, he's just under attack. I think we missed Scorch. Scorch is going to have a range 1 focused target lock shot on this Jedi once Kylo's done shooting.
Yes, that is.
And then Teemo rolls the same roll again.
Hit, crit. Into red, and he's dead.
No, he's not quite dead. He's on 1 health.
Oh.
But he probably will be from Scorch. So this has kind of snowballed, especially if he can get this Jedi off the board before he can shoot.
He focuses for 4.
Just the dream for Teemo.
He rolled 4 dice?
I don't know why he rolled 4 dice.
I don't think because he knew it didn't matter. I'll roll all the dice.
That is rough. Does this Jedi even have a shot?
He might have a shot at Vonreg. It'd be close. Alright, so who's he picking?
So he's shooting first with Broadside. And although it's looking pretty grim for Taylor, I think his win condition at this point is he needs to
4 evades.
He needed to, or maybe he still can. He needs to get Vonreg off the table this turn, I think, for him to still have a chance.
Well, he missed with Broadside. We're gonna check the arc here. Oh, no valid targets. That's why you didn't see the lines come out.
That's rough. And the hard thing is he can't even follow Major Von Reg because his hard turn is blocked right now.
Although Broadside's hard 2 white is not, and his arc's gonna be put in the right direction.
That looks really good. So I think that is a pretty obvious move.
Too obvious?
I don't know. I mean, there's not really a better option.
I mean, what can Von Reg do about it?
Go like 5 forward, or what would be really cool is if he did a 5k turn and landed right behind him.
Oh man!
But Broadside could just drop a seismic charge.
Oh, he's definitely going to do it. Yeah, I think he's going to drop a seismic right now to prevent the 5k.
To prevent the fast maneuver from Von Reg. Also, if he tries to leave to the left, he can pick this asteroid.
Do you think it's in range?
Target lock.
Because it goes one straight back.
It would be kind of close.
Oh, I think he's gonna. Oh, he doesn't drop. Okay.
Yeah, now that 5k from Von Reg looks really fun. If it fits. I mean, if not, it's just
fun for who?
Not a big deal.
Fun for who?
For me, because I love the First Order. That's my favorite faction.
Not fun for Taylor if it happens.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, one tight. Okay.
So
just turtle up. Just turtle up. There you go.
He could try to boost to the left. I kind of like that because you get out of the ion turret arc, but it depends on whether or not Von Reg will be out of that arc as well.
Well, if he, yeah, there you go.
You want him to shoot Kylo rather than Von Reg.
He's taking a strain.
Yeah, so I think what he's thinking is if he takes a target lock and he can barrel roll. He can barrel roll to the left. Get out of the ion arc. Oh no, he's just gonna try to kill him.
Do it. Oh, let's check out these dice.
So he's rolling average this turn. Pretty average. That's a little below.
Ooh, 4 hits.
That works. 4 hits.
1 evade.
He gets the evade, so he's on 2 health. He needs Kylo to roll super poorly, Taylor does, in order to...
Kylo's gonna back this up, though. I don't see this shot missing. Oh, there it is.
So he's out of here. He can spend the focus, and even if he gets the evade...
He's out.
He's done.
There it is.
That is rough.
We're not even in regular time yet.
Broadside died in 2 turns, and he wasn't even in the fight for most of the time. He didn't get to do anything at all.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that maybe looking back, Taylor can realize is that not having Broadside here is what really, really cost him.
Do you think maybe he was using Broadside as bait earlier? It just didn't work?
Possibly. But I think... Yeah, I think when he did that 4K, that makes sense that he was thinking that he was going to be able to bait with him.
Yeah.
But Teemo didn't take that bait, so...
Alright, he focuses out, so no damage from the Republic this round.
Mm-hmm. Which is, it's hard now, because he only has 1 gun that can fire.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. Oh, what are we doing?
Wow, that was a...
We're not even in center time yet. I think that's game. That was a really quick final round. Really quick.
How long did that take us? Like 40 minutes?
It was 2 hours versus your hours, 15 minutes, so less than 45 minutes.
Wow, okay. Yeah, those Jedi just didn't last long.
Yeah, I think they're talking about that where he tabbed up there where he put the Y-wing. Yeah, he is saying he didn't want to do that. Wow. All right. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for co-commenting with me today, Daniel. I did enjoy your company.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated. Well, thank you. I want to go ahead and plug the show for our next one. All right.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching another TMK broadcast. This was the Store Champ final on TTS. If you guys enjoyed the show, please hit us up on our Patreon, patreon.com/TeamMechKillers, all one word. And be sure to subscribe as well to our channel. We appreciate that very much. And take a look, if you're a big fan of X-Wing the miniatures game and want to play the real thing, take a look at our shop at tmkclubhouse.com. You all have a great night.